I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 8, and let's focus on verses 1 through 3. Now the Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. Take all the people of war with you and arise. Go up to Ai. See, I have given into your hand the king of Ai, his people, his city, and his land. And you shall do to Ai and its kings as you did to Jericho and its king. Only its spoil and its cattle you shall take as booty for yourselves. Lay in ambush for the city behind it." So Joshua arose, and all the people of war to go up against Ai. And Joshua chose 30,000 mighty men of valor and sent them away by night. Joshua 8, verses 1 through 3. I love the navigation app on my phone. I love it because it gives me exact turn-by-turn directions to the places that I want to go. And I love it because it takes into consideration real-time events like road construction and traffic accidents. It reroutes me accordingly. But you know what I mostly love about it? I love it because there's no shame in it. If we fail to make a wrong turn, the app simply finds the next best route based on my position. And that's because the app is designed purely to get me to where I want to be without emotions getting in the way. The app never says, for instance, "You're such an idiot," or "Why don't you listen to me?" It never tells me, "You're a bonehead, just like your dad." You know, things that you might hear from certain other passengers in your car who are stressed out and perhaps they're late for an appointment. Well, in today's passage, we are reminded that the Lord lays aside the shame and the guilt from the previous chapter and redirects Israel toward his goal of victory in Ai. And we are reminded of God's grace and his mercy toward his people, even when they mess up. You see, once the sin had been purged, the Lord encourages Joshua that he will again go before the army of Israel and guarantee victory. We are reminded of his forgiving character, that God does not hold a grudge. Once sin is dealt with, well, then God sets us back on the path of righteousness. 1 John chapter 1, verse 9 says this, "If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness." Or what about Psalm 103, verses 11 through 14? "For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his loving kindness toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far he has removed our transgressions from us. Just as a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. For he himself knows our frame. He is mindful that we are but dust." So once God has given his assurance of victory, the details of the battle sort of fly by. Sure, there's narrative and there's some drama, there's an ambush, that's kind of fun to watch, but the whole battle only takes up a few paragraphs. It's just like reading a news story. The real drama is what happens at the chapter's end, the rewriting and the reading of the Torah of Moses. And that remembrance and that recommitment is what we do when we seek his word every day. Keep your focus on the Lord and on his word, and the idolatry of this world will be exposed as the harlotry that it is, and you will walk in victory as the Lord promises. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Check us out at groundworksministries.com.